Breathe California of Sacramento Emigrant Trails has a passion for clean air and a healthy vision of our region's future. We've been working for nearly a century with our supporters to seek original solutions for improving air and lung health. Although the valley's air is among the dirtiest in the country, each year we see progress in making our part of the globe clearer and cleaner. Our 2009 Clean Air Award winners represent individuals, agencies, and businesses who stand out for their efforts to create a more breathable future.
Day in, day out, people do wonderful things. But it's a chance every year to pull out what we call the best of the best this year and give them special recognition, not just for singular acts, but for the way they live their lives and contribute to the community.
For our first award, Breathe California is pleased to recognize Owen Howlett for his promotion of bicycling as the most energy-efficient, emission-free form of transportation.
There are a couple of things that really struck the Blue Ribbon panel, not just his commitment to bicycling, which is extraordinary, and of course bicycling reduces air pollution, especially when it's sustained and daily and adhered to, but also Owen's commitment to teaching others.
Owen, in his efforts to work with the bicycle advocates and the bicycle kitchen, and his training efforts have contributed to the overall reduction of air pollution in our area.
SABA's vision for Sacramento is to see more roads that are friendly towards bicyclists, and that doesn't just mean bike lanes. It means that all the characteristics of the road are friendly to bicyclists. So it means that the speed limits are sensible. It means that the number of lanes isn't more than you need. It means that there are crossing points across those big roads. All those details are so important to cyclists, and they're so easy to do if the roads are planned right the first time around. That's the glory of the bike kitchen, really, is that it meets a lot of different goals all at the same time. People want to fix their own bikes, people want to educate, people want to learn, and the more people can get out of their cars, the better that is, obviously, for air quality.
The Business Award for Exceptional Innovation and Initiative in Air Pollution Reduction Practices goes to the civil engineering firm of Nolte Associates. Nolte builds all its projects on a foundation of sustainability. Clean air goals and eco-friendly values are incorporated into every aspect of their designs.
Internally with their own employees, with the design of their own facilities, with their own practices, which in every check mark we were able to check off, they did all these things. Priuses for transportation, supporting the local Transportation Management Association, giving bus passes to employees who take the bus. All those things they do. But we looked at something that was a little bit broader. Again, that to breathe globally concept. They do on most of their projects a sustainability assessment on their own dime, their own time.
We can go through the preliminary plans for a project and say, aha, here's an opportunity where we can make something more sustainable, improving the air, improving the ground water, reducing runoff. And then when that assessment's done, we know exactly what design changes we can recommend to the client.
George and Nolte started this, the whole sustainability movement in our organization back in the 90s. And we have now taken that beyond those initial stages of just looking for opportunities for sustainability to actually putting it into our business practices and a lot of us into our private lives, into the private lives of all of our employees.
Tony Berry of the Sacramento County Department of Environmental Review and Assessment, or DERA, is our choice for the Government Award. This award goes to an individual or agency for outstanding contributions in the design or implementation of clean air programs.
Some of the things that stood out in the nomination is that Tony had started working with Kathleen Ave of SMUD. They formed something called the Green Partnership, which on their own brings together the county and the 6 cities in the county to work together, to talk through and work together in these strategies and implementing them.
We need to engage the citizenry in this problem. And nobody said no, so I took that as a yes and went forth and decided that Sacramento County can't do it on its own, and an individual city can't do it on its own. You have to have some regional collaboration.
The other thing of note was her work to help assign specific mitigation strategies to land use projects to curb CO2 emissions. And that's kind of a new frontier. Stepping out is doing some risky things, and she's trying to lead the effort there.
I mean, my children are going to be my age when this stuff really starts happening at a global level, where you're going to see the sea level rise and famine and flood and drought and everything. All roads lead to climate change. The big work is yet to come, and that's where there's some smart people doing some smart things right now. And I think that we have the support of upper management and county government, SMUD, the Air District, Breathe California. These groups are the catalysts that are going to make these changes happen in the future.
It is our pleasure this year to honor 5 regional air districts: El Dorado County Air Quality Management District, Feather River Air Quality Management District, the Placer County Air Pollution Control District, Sacramento Metropolitan Air Quality Management District, and Yolo Solano Air Quality Management District for their collaborative work to create the state implementation plan to reduce emissions in our region.
It was truly rewarding to see every district step up out of their silo and continue to embrace that we have one basin of air and we have to all work together to keep it clean.
This award shows the importance of all the air districts working together in a collaborative fashion. Without that, the state implementation plan would not have been possible to pass.
There was certainly a lot of collaboration between the 5 districts. There was 500, 700 hours of our staff time just from our region alone dedicated to this project.
I think it's very important that we work together. We're all breathing the same air. We all have to have a solution in order to clean this air up.
And it's really very important for us to stay together on the implementation, that we all adopt the same plans and programs and rules so that we're consistent throughout this region. We'll see a reduction in the emissions and a reduction of the formation of ozone, and that should result in less impact on people who have asthma and other breathing difficulties.
We want to recognize them for their forward thinking, for their appreciation of the fact that working together we will make a bigger dent in this problem.
Our Smart Growth Award goes to the Good Project by L.J. Urban for a development project that brings green principles into design.
We're not going to get really control of our air pollution unless we have smart growth. Infill growth, growth close to transit, growth where you can walk to work, into the grocery store, into entertainment.
Something needs to be done with the current housing model. We need to do something different, something better. And so we really looked at every specific step along the way and did everything we could to make it sustainable. The landscaping, it has a low water use. We used all native California plants. The toilets are dual flush toilets, so they have a small flush and a big flush. The countertops are made out of recycled paper. We used cork flooring. We used recycled carpet. Just everything we possibly could.
The vision was that we'd have an urban community close into, we're within 2 miles of the capital, and we can walk to Old Sacramento from here in 10 minutes.
We hope that developers will wake up and see that they can't continue with the same old, suburban track model, and they have to do something different.
We definitely do hope that others see this as an example of what we can accomplish.
Finally, we present our Youth Leadership Award. This award goes to a young person who shows extraordinary passion and dedication, not to just improving air quality in our valley, but to fixing the world as well.
We've seen Faith at work here as the Vice President of our Youth Advisory Board. She's running at McClatchy, our air project, Ask, Investigate, Resolve air pollution problems on campus. Then she took the next step and decided with her friends, 20 of them there and colleagues, that they needed to get solar panels on the roof of McClatchy. So they've investigated, put together the proposal, and are trying to find money to do so.
We're hoping for some sort of a more bike-friendly approach to going to McClatchy, or taking a bike to McClatchy. The ultimate goal, I guess, would be to put Freeport on what's called a road diet.
Faith has taken on the issues of of clean air in her community and in her school, and has led projects that will reflect her efforts and the efforts of other young people toward clean air and a better environment.
Learning about what we're doing to the planet basically just makes me open my eyes and go, wow, why aren't we doing something about this? It's the biggest challenge I think that the world has ever gone up against. We need to develop habits while we're young. It's easier to, I think, to develop a lifestyle than to change a lifestyle.
Breathe California would like to thank all its 2009 Clean Air Award winners for their dedication to creating healthy air. We're all joining in a historical effort to turn healthy air from a dream to a reality, locally and globally. Breathe on.